It's the National Football League on EA Sports.
And coming up, we'll see David Njoku, who's closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year.
It's the Browns and the Buccaneers.
And it kicks off next on Madden NFL 25.
You couldn't ask for a more picturesque day and perfect weather for a game of football as excitement is high for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. One final time this regular season. As always, joined by Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott as we get ready to put a bow on what has been an outstanding 18 weeks of football.
And for 14 lucky teams across the NFL game, this is a big game for them. This is their last chance to tune up before they play on in the postseason chasing that Super Bowl ring. But for the other 18, this is it. Their final chapter.
For some, the final chapter of the season. For others, a final week before the playoffs. And we're off in Week 18. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. So here come the Buccaneers, ready for their opening drive. They're brought out by former #1 pick who always plays with energy and passion, Baker Mayfield.
And he wonders, he's about to take his first snap today. Yeah, he took care of the football last week, Kate. That was great. No interceptions. But just the one touchdown. Be curious if he cranks up that aggressive knob today.
Running back sent in motion. Coming out, throwing is Baker. Completes this one to Otton. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Tackled there by Jerome Baker. Second down now, 7 to go. Baker now from the gun. Grabbed by Chris Godwin. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. On the give, this is Irving. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Second and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Play fake, it's Mayfield. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Evans, the motion man here. 3rd down, here's Mayfield. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. They get 18 yards out of it, and a new set of downs.
What I like about that, Kate, I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and ducking the ball.
They just keep working it forward early. We've got 1st and 10 now from the 35. Shotgun handoff to Irving. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet. But if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
It's on the in route. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Hey, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes, just like that.
It's a gain of 4 there, and that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Mayfield. And there's a man there, it's intercepted! Martin Emerson with the pick. And the Browns will take over as he records his first interception of our season. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it, opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback who could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Pass complete to Thrash. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Vontae David, like so many times in his career, making that tackle.
4 yards on pickup. Second and 6.
2nd and 6 now. The Buccaneers get there and bring him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
I think his decision-making for the check. His legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's raging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there's none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Here's a throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
He has it at the 33. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Buccaneers will get set to go on offense. Irving on the inside give. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
He was taken down by
2nd and 6 coming up here.
a gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43. Catch made by Lucky Irving. And he made a bit from midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. From the gun, Mayfield. That's Evans making the catch outright. And they make the tackle at the 38. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down. Mayfield now from the gun. He's got a man left. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down.
Down and 2.
Here's the give to Irving. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down could be so demoralizing to that defense.
Receiver in motion going left. 1st down, here's Baker. Into traffic, complete. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down.
I love throwing a 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. He's on the move.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him he was time to his feet, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing, and at least move them forward.
Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. 3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Right back to Irving now. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Less than a yard needed here on 4th. again. Irving. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
He only needed an inch, Kate, and it was a good thing because he had to fight for that. That defense put up a game effort. Nearly made the play to get themselves off the field.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Buccaneers go up 6-0 here in the first. And he has made this a habit this season. That's his 10th rushing touchdown so far. Now we'll see them try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Bucs get lined up and they will kick this away. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. So before they can set it for another play, we've hit the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up after the break. We're ready now for the second quarter. Browns in control of it. They'll begin a new drive, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 31. Connection made to Judy. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. There's a give up the middle. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
The Browns are lined up to punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. Got 44 yards on his first kick, Brock, and this one looks to be longer. He breaks the tackle. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Buccaneers and Bucky Irving ready for their next possession. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And they're going to take over possession. They'll send their tight end right. Now carried by Irving. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Baker now off the play fake. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That play good for 17 and a first down.
You know, Kate, we'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he works this to the 38 before going down. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
At the 38-yard line.
Irving here from the gun. And he'll push this upfield and earn that when you set it down.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Trying to find Mike Evans with that throw. So 2nd down coming up. Throwing again is Baker. Finds him over the middle. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Yeah, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future. They had somebody there waiting for it that time.
Looking to tack on the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Browns tie this game 7-7. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Kickoff taken at the 3. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. Time for us to get another look at this Tampa Bay offense. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick six. Need short memories here as they head back out. After the pick, here's Mayfield again. Evans brings in the slant. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Time and again, receivers would tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
Got Evans, it's complete. And he goes out, just need one more step there to reach midfield. First and 10, ball set up at the 48.
First and 10 at the 48 line.
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Completed over the middle. And he's got it up to midfield and into Browns territory.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Mayfield to throw again. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes, you can get to win-win.
This finds Evans, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
That's one of those plays, Kate, where every position on the offense gets a gold star. They all did their job, enough protection to allow the quarterback time to find his receiver, who went all the way from the right side of the field to the left side of the field to do some damage.
First and 10, here's Mayfield. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Couldn't connect on first, it's second down. Baker throwing again. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
What's up?
Baker now from the gun. Completes this one to Otten. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you that some money will follow. Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Cleveland's offense all set to take over. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
You know, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Even 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. From the 32, Judy there to grab it. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Throw wheeled in by Njoku. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Vontae David, like so many times in his career, making that tackle. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Raymond James. The Browns trying to make some noise before halftime. From the 43. Throw complete to Njoku. And he's tackled for a short gain. Browns fighting the clock now, trying to hurry back to that line. He's got it inside the 25. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns get some late points and the lead. It's a Jerry Jeudy touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And the Browns take a 4-point lead.
14. Buccaneers 10.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Return starts at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield ready for this next possession. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. Mayfield on 1st and 10.
Mayfield's pass complete to number 7.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Handoff headed right. Irving. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. Jordan Stout headed out to punt it away on 4th. Coming off a busy week, 5 punts in the loss, and he sends this one away. No return on that punt. And the Browns will go on offense.
At their own 33-yard line.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Throwing it to start this drive. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Now he'll throw out of the gun. Finding Jeudy. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Looking to the air here. Got a man, it's Njoku. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense.
Pass interference. Defense.
Offense liked how that play went. They choose to decline the penalty. To throw it on 1st down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
Still sticking with the passing game. He'll get this to Tillman. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. They'll come up 1st and 10.
1st down, Cleveland.
slant, complete to Judy. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 21. They said they're going to get there, and they drop it. That pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
No one picks him up, and he reminded everyone in the building why that's a major mistake. Linebacker's athleticism on full display. A sack in under 2 seconds? That's a select group of players on the planet who could pull that off.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. They'll throw it. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
There was almost no resistance offered against the rush. It came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all.
Personal foul.
Hold on,
Roughing the
though. There's
kicker.
a flag down here.
Defense.
Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. So after some careful consideration, they're going to go ahead and decline the penalty.
That penalty is declined.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. It bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining. Yep, as expected. They go to the ground to start this one off. And they'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Tackled there by Jerome Baker. So we're halfway through this final week of the regular season. Now we'll keep it in-state, but send you a couple hours away to our buddy in Orlando. It's Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin in the AFC North as we head up to M&T Bank Stadium. Baltimore hosting Cincinnati. And it's the Ravens who have the lead in that one. Rashad Bateman, a touchdown reception. From there, we head up to MetLife Stadium to check on the Jets. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Keon Coleman, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And that one, all tied. Both these teams making their way out of the tunnel, and we're ready for the second half. And for the call, we send it back to Kate Scott and the other blonde bomber, Brock Ewer.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the 3rd quarter. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Cleveland offense headed out for this first series of the second half. And they really leaned on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the 3rd. Connection made to Judy. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. They'll try and throw it here. We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing now from the gun. The Buccaneers get there and bring him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
In a situation like this, you gotta be efficient. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this 3rd down a near impossibility.
The Buccaneers add another DB. 3rd down coming up. Throwing from the gun. Throw right side. Caught by Njoku. And this one does not go far.
Feet nines, Kate. Feet nines. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet nines move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And it'll be their football. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. Has him on the quick hitter. Continuing to move past the 45. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You have to talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
1st and 10 after that last highlights. They're at the 30. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Jerome Baker has it. And the Browns have it now as he makes the 20th interception of his career. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. They motion the tight end over. They'll run here on 1st down. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's brought down for a loss.
It's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
That's caught for the 1st. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
1st down, Browns.
The shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Defender runs right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Connection on the last play, and that's 3rd down. From midfield now. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Buccaneers will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, kid. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought the defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Carry here for Irving. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard
Mayfield Baker now from the gun. This one's taken in by Otten. He's descended upon it quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Greg Newsome bringing that play to an end. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
28-yard line.
They'll run this with Irving. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. On that tackle to Michael Hall. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
From the gun, Mayfield. Complete beyond the marker. He gets this down to the 13-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route to Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack them only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Working inside the red zone. He completes it in traffic. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. At the Browns' 8-yard line.
Here's Baker to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
No place to go, so he just threw it away.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Fielded at the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. Now we see the Browns offense headed out. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He's rolling up. They're able to drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
We've got enough data now through the years to understand that an explosive play on offense more often than not leads to scoring. We also know if you can create a negative play defensively. In a tightly contested game like this, every play matters. And to get that negative play, put this offense on their heels, exactly what this defense needed.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Another try following the sack. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Judy there to grab it. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They're trying an option play left side on 1st down. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to push that envelope and get aggressive.
They go play action on 1st. He's taking a shot towards the end zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that brings up 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. 3 inside the 30. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
First down, Browns.
Only 1 quarter remaining now in these teams' regular season. It's Browns ball working to carry this lead through to the end. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Option give here.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Throwing off the play fake here. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Pass play coming here. And he's there to knuckle it and pass and force a 4th down.
When you ask a lot of your defenders on that field, it is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the balls of their lives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a 1-score ball game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the 4th quarter when it really matters.
Here's a return from the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Buccaneers headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Tight end going in motion here. Going with Irvin here. And he's able to maneuver this up past the 30. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Completes this one to Otten. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. We have a timeout now. Medical staff out to check on an injured man, and you hate to see this in the final week of the regular season. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Now it's Irving. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Mayfield thrown out of the pistol. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Slot man in motion right. 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. Defender runs right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Got all of it, and this is good. And that brings things a little closer here late.
This is a case of just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, your kicker gets some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Browns and wide receiver Jerry Jeudy getting set for their next drive. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. Out of the gun, no look to throw.
going backward and backward and backward. You got to just sling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that.
We really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Trying again, following the sack. Finding Judy. And he gets it up close to the 25 before he's out of bounds. And for the Buccaneers, it's a nickel look. Third down coming. He'll throw it. Escapes the pocket. Breaks the tackle. Green grass ahead. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Just a week before the playoffs begin, partner, here's where teams stand as we play out this regular season finale. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw. This finds Evans, complete. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. He picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
That one's complete, right side. And he's brought down for a loss.
A loss of 1.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Baker throwing again. That pass complete to Irving. Pick up a 12 on that play. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Complete it over the middle. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10.
16-yard line.
From the red zone now. Got Evans, it's complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. At the 11-yard line.
Mayfield to throw again. Has it in close. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there. Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here 1st and goal. One of the tight ends motioning left.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Baker now from the gun. And they don't score. It's a Tampa touchdown. The Buccaneers take a 4th-quarter lead. It's a Chris Godwin touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Such just a difference-making receiver, Kate. You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
That one splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers push their lead to 3. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense back out, getting set for the drive. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. To throw here on 1st down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Complete to number 3, Jerry Judy. A gain of 12. First down, Brown.
Look to throw. And he just knocks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw for something. He brings up 2nd down. Throwing from the gun here. Got a man, it's Njoku. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Tampa. Browns down by only 3. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Throwing now. Put the body on the line for his team. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that gives the Browns a 1st.
A gain of 15.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's a money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. He'll look to throw it. Thrash hauls it in. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Browns fighting the clock now, trying to hurry back to that line. That's Tillman. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line.
Complete to
The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts.
First and goal.
And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. 1st and goal. Here he is to throw. Looking way too much on that one, bro. Over the end zone and out.
Just something off in the rhythm of the passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get it back on track.
He's got it. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Buckle up. Gets 3rd goal. To throw. It could be it, folks. It's intercepted. That's Antoine Winfield Jr.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he left that field goal. It's much better. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Give me that one back, because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
Tampa Bay ready to head out to the field. They run out still in possession of a 3-point lead thanks to the efforts of their defense, Bronk, and now a chance to run out this clock.
And you do not want to put your defense back on the field in a tough position and needing another stand to end it. You take control of it. You make sure that defense is rested and celebrating. Hopefully, you can pull out that victory formation.
Back into that favorite formation they go, Brock, forcing those guys to burn a timeout. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee and let this clock run out. Now the Browns spend their final timeout. After one final kneel down, partner, and this should do it. They take a knee here, and that's going to close out the regular season with a victory.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot. Now you can enjoy the victory.
Sound the cannons, baby. The Buccaneers winning here in Tampa. And they end the season on a great note, Brock, with a W in the final chapter of this year's campaign. So for Brock Ewart, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Buccaneers winners, as with that, we sign off from Tampa.